So we move on to Group C. I gotta give it to Ajax, man. Coming from behind once again to win the game. This is a match I was actually watching because it was an early kickoff. And I gotta give it to Beşiktaş. They held their own in this game. They scored first and they looked good. They looked like they were about to get something. But when Sebastian Halle, if you hear me, came on, it was game over for Beşiktaş, man. So Ajax go on to top the group. 5 games, 5 wins, just like Liverpool in Group B. Sporting, I have to give it to Sporting, man. Gotta give it to Sporting, as they will qualify to the round of 16 because remember, there's no away goals rule. It's head-to-head, and they have a better head-to-head than Dortmund. And disappointingly, Dortmund would go into the Europa League, which might not be a bad thing for them at all. Marco Rose, I don't know, man. You haven't done a good job there. But going back to Sporting, man. Sporting, the way they started was horrible, but they have really bounced back. And I think the reason for that is Pedro Gonçalves. It's Pedro Gonçalves. Since he's fit again, they've been picking up wins. But Dortmund, without Erling Haaland, it seems, without Jadon Sancho, they've been struggling, man. They've really been struggling. Beşiktaş, they really struggled with injuries, and I think that's what hampered their chances in the group, losing all 5 games. They did have a fit squad for the game against Ajax, but quality of Ajax just prevailed in the end. So take a look at the group details here. And let's do something fun in this group. Let's just go through all the results. Beşiktaş 1, Dortmund 2. Sporting 1, Ajax 5. And that's what I say about Sporting. You got to give it to them for bouncing back. Ajax 2, Beşiktaş 0. And look at what happened here in match day 2. Dortmund 1, Sporting 0. So Sporting lost their first 2 games, but bounced back in the games against Beşiktaş and then against Dortmund there. So Sporting 4, Beşiktaş 1, Ajax 4, Dortmund 0. Sporting 4, Beşiktaş 0, and Ajax 3, Dortmund 1. Ajax came from behind to win that game as well, and came from behind to beat Beşiktaş 2-1 and Sporting 3-1 over Dortmund. Let's take a look at the Sporting CP3 Dortmund 1 fixture here. Let's just take a look at that and we'll just go through the goal scorers and all of that good stuff. So Pedro Gonçalves in the 30th minute and then again in the 39th. What a player. I think they'll do very good to hold on to him next summer. But if you ask me, just like Bruno Fernandes, he's gone, man. He's gone because he's the reason they won the title last season. He was absolutely amazing last season. And he got injured. I'm surprised that no one picked him up last summer. But next summer, I'm pretty sure he's a goner, man. So I know Sporting fans are going to be watching the video and they're going to be like, oh, no, he's not. Relax. He's getting sold. He's getting sold. He is getting sold. Emre Can, what a player. Sent off in the 74th minute. Pedro Porro in the 81st. From what I know, he's on loan from City. They want to buy him, but I've seen something came in and say that they can't afford him. But if they do sell Pedro Gonçalves, they will be able to buy a Pedro Porro. But other clubs are interested in Pedro Porro's services. I doubt he'll come back to City because he's a right back. We got so many right backs, man. Listen, why he couldn't be a left back, bro? Daniel Malin, who's been rather lackluster since his move to Dortmund, scored in the 93rd minute there. Merely a consolation goal. So, good stuff. Good stuff. And Sporting at home, even with 35% of the ball, they ended up winning the game. And I think they ended up getting 35% of the ball because, look, you scored 2 early goals, 30th and 39th minute. You don't need to go crazy when you're in a position to, just defend and hold what you own and go on to win the game and go on to the round of 16. So congratulations to Sporting CP. I gotta say, I am happy for Sporting, even though I did not predict them to get out the group. I really didn't. I gotta keep it 100. didn't predict them to get out the group at all. But they have done so, and I got to give them the congrats, definitely. So, yeah, let's move on to the next game in this group, the big one. Got to say big because Ajax have been big in the group, man. They have been really big, man. And I can't even I think I predicted Ajax to come in second and behind Dortmund. Dortmund got to be the most disappointing team on planet Earth, though. Because whenever they make the signings that they do, you say, oh, okay, Dortmund could actually compete in the Bundesliga. Nothing like that. Nothing like that is happening. Nothing like that. Maybe they need Klopp again. Maybe that's the only way they'll actually compete for the title against Bayern Munich, man, because it's been the Bayern Liga for quite some time. So let's just talk about this game, man. Gotta give it to Ajax. Ten Hag, very, in high demand. He's been linked with a move to Man United. But if I'm keeping it real, man, when Pep leaves, I would actually love Ten Hag to come over to Manchester City. So, listen, this is my message to Eric Ten Hag. This is my message to Ten Hag. I clicked the wrong thing there, but this is my message to Ten Hag. Whenever you see your voice, your not the voice, even the voicemail or whatever, but whenever you see your caller ID says Manchester United, don't answer. Send it to voicemail or even hang up, okay? And preferably hang up on the first ring, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it, Ten Hag. Come over to City. They'll treat you a lot better. All right, let's talk Ajax. Rashid Ghazal, 22nd minute penalty. Ajax struggled a bit in the match for, they struggled. I think Benfica looked good in the first half. And the lead was merited. Ajax really, they weren't their fluid selves. But as soon as Sebastian Haller came on, I think he came on for Darami. Darami, I think he got his first start. He looked good as well. He looked good, the Danish international. And you take a look at the lineup here. Darami, Tadic, Neres. Nice to see Neres fit again, by the way. You have Gravenberg, Borghaus, Klaassen, Mazrui, Schurz, Onana back in goal. He won't renew because he's already there's already an agreement that he would move on after the season ends because of the controversy around him and all. He got banned. Tagliafico, Lisandro Martinez, right? Quality team still, but Ajax I think went a bit easy, if you ask me. Cause Darami haven't been playing, but resting guys like Blind usually plays. You check the bench really quick. Think we've been seeing a lot of Timber. Haller also rested. So look, it's the right thing. It's the right thing. And there's a few players coming through, like Timber, Wrench. He's a player we gotta keep our eyes on as well. This Taylor kid, I don't know. Kenneth Taylor, I don't know too much about. But the game changed when Sebastian Haller came on. And when he scored the first goal, I don't know what is going on with Haller, though. He doesn't celebrate that much. Like, he just scores and he just says, okay, like, he's so nonchalant with it, man. But it's crazy how he just turned around his career after he flopped at West Ham. Really good at Frankfurt, by the way. That year, they ripped it up at Frankfurt. And then big money moved to West Ham, flopped. Ajax bought him in, and I was like, yeah, that's a weird transfer. But he's been ripping it up in the Eredivisie and in the Champions League. And he now has 9 goals in the Champions League, which is absolutely amazing, though. Absolutely amazing. But I think his rationale for moving to Ajax when Ajax came calling was, okay, if I go to Ajax, I'll play in the Champions League. Yeah, why not? See what I'm saying? Why not? Why not? Why not? So you got to give it to Sebastian Haller, if you hear me, but also for Eric Ten Hag for seeing the need to bring him on when he did, and they dazzled in the second half and picked up another win from behind to stay top of the group, of course. And he checked the perfect, man. Perfect. 16 goals scored, only 3 conceded. Defense have done really well, and attack has been magnificent. So 15 points, no losses, no draws, all wins. It's going to be interesting to see who they get in the round of 16, though. Would they want PSG? Would they want PSG, guys? You never. Maybe they fancy beating PSG. Maybe Ajax would have another run. Maybe they have another run to the semi-final like they did a few seasons ago when they were knocked out by Tottenham. That was supposed to be Ajax versus Liverpool that year in the final. But actually, that was actually supposed to be Ajax versus Barcelona in the final, right? But you know what happened. Anyways, we know what happened. And I don't want to take the Barcelona fans down memory lane again. But Liverpool did go on to win that one, as we know. Remember, Tottenham, they came from behind to beat Ajax as well. Lucas Moura with the hat-trick in the semi-final. And what did Pochettino do? Dropped him for the final, of course. Brought in Harry Kane, and the rest is history. So, well played, Ajax. They go on to the round of 16. Sporting as well. And Dortmund go into the Europa League. Beşiktaş out. So, let's just move and go back and move on to the next group. So, big up to everybody in here right about now. Make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button for the stream.